Hi guys, I'm going to be doing a video today talking about how to dye your hair from dark black or dark brown to a bright red or deep red wine color without having to use any bleach and being able to do it from home, so you can save a great amount of money. So to give you a little history about my hair, I naturally am a deep dark brunette. And for many years, I dyed my hair a jet black color. I actually went to a hair salon and they bleached it to try and get red highlights into my hair, and it took them over an hour of bleaching underneath a heater, and I just have really strong hair, so I would never recommend that. Most people's hair would probably fall out after something like that. So I said never again. There must be a better way to do this without having to use bleach and potentially having my hair fall out. So I did some research online and I found this awesome product. So it's called the L'Oreal HiColor Highlights for dark hair only. And this particular shade is the Magenta. That was my choice of shade simply because of my skin tone. I wanted more of a deep red, a wine colored red, and not a fire engine bright red. The Magenta has more of a blue undertone, whereas the other color, I can't remember the name of the shade, but it's more of a fire engine red. It has an orangey yellow undertone instead. So I have a number of clips to show you that will follow this to give you an idea of the step-by-step process of how I dyed my hair, and also will show you all of the tools and products that I use to get it to look like this. Hi, so this is everything that I use to dye my hair. I use the Vaseline to put around the sides, around my face and my hairline, just to protect it from the dye. This stuff is extremely strong, so it will be excellent. L'Oreal HiColor Highlights in Magenta. It comes in this tube that looks like this. I have fairly long hair and I get through all of my hair with just the one tube, but I'm really using it right to the end. So if you have even longer hair, you'll definitely need two. Here's the L'Oreal 20 Volume Cream Developer. And then I just use this squeeze bottle that I used to use to dye my hair, but I use it just to measure out the volume, the developer, just so I know how much I'm using. Got black gloves, and of course my trusty little bowl and brush to brush the dye in. I also use a little shower cap, so once I put the dye in, particularly I put in the first bottom layer, wait the 10 minutes, and then do my roots afterwards. Dye tends to take a little bit better to your hair when there's a bit of heat, so once you put the shower cap in, it helps maintain all of your heat that comes from your head. And then right after I dye it, I use a moisturizing treatment because the stuff is pretty harsh. My hair is fairly strong, but I definitely like to use a treatment right after. And then you can follow up another treatment within a week or two to keep it nice and soft. Okay, so let's get done. a good example of what my hair looks like. It's a little difficult with the camera, but hopefully you can pick up on some of the tone. It's sort of this deep red wine colored, and I'm really, really, really happy with the end result. It turned out really nicely and not too much damage to my hair. The first time I did it, I used a 30 cream developer, and when I just topped up my hair, I actually just topped it up today and refreshed the color. I just used a 20 developer. It only takes about 20-30 minutes depending on your hair. They definitely don't recommend that you don't go over 30 minutes. And if your hair isn't very strong, I wouldn't recommend it. But you really don't need it. The dye takes extremely well. And like I said, even the ends of my hair still had some of the jet black left in it. And you could tell that my hair is slightly darker in those areas, but for the most part, it took everywhere and it's a pretty even color and has nice highlights and everything. Okay, so hopefully that was all very helpful. So like I said, here's the product. You can get it at Sally's Beauty Supply. It's about $8.10 if you have the Sally's card, and it will be $1 or a few cents more if you do not. It's a great product. Basically, you can get all of those products and all of the tools you'll need to dye your hair at home without having to spend more than $50 instead of going to a salon and spending up to $200. Definitely make sure that you cover any sort of area when you're doing the dye, because it is extremely strong. It can even dye cupboards, countertops, anything. So I covered my countertop. I laid a towel on the ground, wear all black, and have a black towel on hand. I definitely recommend not using any sort of light colors anywhere near this dye because everything will turn red. But other than that, it's a great product and I highly recommend it. So hopefully this helps any of you dark hair brunettes out there who want to go a nice deep red color. Thanks!